Okay, welcome back to the Theonomics shop here. Today I'm going to be assembling the Volkswagen Dune Buggy project that I've been working on. So basically what I've done is this is the chassis from a 1973-ish Volkswagen Beetle. And that was the chassis that was underneath of the Bradley kit car when I got it. But that had a different life. Now I had to do something with the chassis. And I've always liked these little Dune Buggy sort of things. So I decided to build one, and this is what I got so far. The chassis was cut and shortened about 22 inches. So it's a lot shorter. I built a little tubing roll cage for it, which is basically the body of it. There's gonna be a windshield, a couple panels to keep you protected. But otherwise it's going to be very open cockpit style. Yeah, basically I'm just going to start assembling it today. I'll take you through the process and we'll film it as we do it. So let's go. So basically right now I'm just assembling the front steering components. I'm going to put the steering column in, I think, at some point here. I'm going to do the pedals, the battery box. Tried to clean everything up and paint it as best I could, but you know, it's not that important because it's going to get scratched up and dirty. Okay, so I'm installing the brake master cylinder right now. I'm going to put the brake pedal assembly in too. This is all Volkswagen Beetle stuff, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'm going to put the floorboard in first because it'll be easier to get to this bolt before I put the pedals in. So I just finished tightening this up. So basically what I'm using here for the floors and the side panels, it's just 1/8 inch diamond plate aluminum, and it's used stuff that had been given to me from a friend of mine. I kind of hit it with a wire brush to shine it up a little bit. These would originally come like super polished, but because it's probably 20 years old material, it's a little rough, but it'll work good for my situation here. And it was free, so we're poor. You can't beat that. I don't have time for ratchets. World's ending. Okay, now we're ready to put the foot pedals in. This is tough because the cables on Volkswagens run through the center. So I had to modify the clutch cable and the throttle cable to make them work because I shortened it. This thing's gonna be fun to freaking drive, man. This thing's gonna be good fun. It's kind of weird. This throttle pedal has a spring that pushes it down instead of up. Oh, silly Germans. This is a little battery box I made. The battery I chose was out of a Toyota Prius as a secondary starting battery. It's a little tiny battery, probably the smallest battery I could find for this thing. So that's what I'm going to use. Installing the brake hoses right now. Okay, so this is the transmission. I haven't bothered opening it up or anything to see what's inside, but I did shine it up with a wire brush to make it look better. Gotta try. It's a pretty easy transmission to install. pretty easy. So this is a little Hurst aftermarket shifter, but it came with the kitcar, so that was a nice plus. Basically, you got to pull this up to shift it into reverse. That way you can be slamming the gears and never have to worry about it going into reverse. Okay, I guess we're ready to bolt the engine on. So this is pretty much a stock, I believe it's 1600cc dual port. Pretty much all I did was add this exhaust system. I took it apart and everything looks like it's been rebuilt. So it should be a good engine, hopefully. I haven't had the greatest luck with engines lately. I started it up and it immediately started to knock. I knew right away there was a pre-existing engine failure. We've got an issue.
Yeah, I believe so. Jeez.
Great. So basically I have to make the brake line, runs from there up to the front. I'm going to try to run it in through the center to keep it clean as possible. Not sure how that's going to work or if it's worthwhile, but I'm going to try to do it. Be a little bit too short here. Just barely made it on that one. Go put the gas tank on. Not sure how this is going to fit. I put this little rubber pad in here. Don't know if it's gonna be too tight or not. So put the steering column in. This is a sway bar. Don't know if it's aftermarket or not, but it was on it when I got it, so I'm gonna put it back. These are some heavy duty headlights off of I think like a military Dodge or something. They got the big protective grille on it, which is good for this project because we're gonna go off-road of it. And the lights are sitting pretty low, so they're a little vulnerable to get hit by stuff. Put the carburetor on now. It's just a stock Solex. This might get upgraded at some point. Try to make some more power, but for now it's just fine. Actually, I gotta do the throttle cable first. So the throttle cable on Volkswagens goes through the center of this thing. I'm using a little different cable, but I made it work. But it's still a pain to get in there, because it just is. Okay. Seems pretty good. A little stiff, but kind of want it to be. Doesn't fit. Good enough, I suppose. Oh, wow. Look at that. I'm not sure what these are off of. There's an international H on there, so probably like a big truck, commercial truck, or maybe a tractor. I got them for $10 used somewhere. Seat belts. You gotta have seat belts. I think we got it. Great. I think that's about all I got. All right, so there you have it. We've been working on this pretty much all day. It's time to quit. I've kind of run out of things to do or install on it at this point. I need to do the wiring and do the gas line and bleed the brakes, and I need some tires for the wheels I got. Also the windshield, that I had a friend of mine cut it out of another windshield to get that shape. I need to finish cleaning up the seats and reinstall those, and then get the tires on it. But I think we made a pretty good progress today. We're gonna make some more videos, and yeah, you can follow along if you care. Yeah, thanks for watching, and keep you updated.